I'm D'Angelo,
Jao.
and we did our senior project in Mexico, in our child's Mexico mission trip.
So where do they go? Drive by the border, drive down hours. I find you get there about 8 hours if you don't stop. But since we have a large group, we have almost 70 people, so it takes a whole day to drive all the way down there. I mean, the day drive down and the day come up, that's not like, I don't like those days. Suffering. It's far out there, suffering.
So we volunteer in Tijuana, Mexico, partnered with our church. So why did we volunteer here? Well, we previously volunteered here in Mexico with La Roca and Caravan Ministries, and we thought we would do it again and do a senior project on that. But we also went there to serve others. So again, like I said, we went with my church, and part of what we want to do is we want to serve others and we want to love on others. We also went there to change the world. So we want to leave a message of hope because people in Mexico, they live in different conditions than us that it's hard to find hope. So we want to leave them with hope. And we also went there to receive a heart for global missions, especially in the 1040 window. So the 1040 window is right here, like the house thing.
And West Africa, Middle East, and Eastern Asia.
And so one of the organizations we went with was Caravan Ministries, and we'll talk about them later on, but part of what their mission is to launch missionaries, people that go to church, onto global missions. And what mission is basically people who devote their lives and serve their life, or like a time period of their life, to spread the gospel, which is the message of hope that our church spreads.
So what is a mission trip? It's normally a journey. You get away home to like a place you never know, and you also normally be like the Christian missionaries. We go out to spread the message that Jesus is the Savior, and He will come back soon. And the mission trip can be done to serving people, just build relationship with people, and expanding, embrace, embracing people's culture. Like a lot of missionaries change the world. I mean, the colonists for the United States, we are seeking for the freedom of religion. That's why I came to Iceland and build the most powerful country in the world. So I think the missionary can change the world. That's also the reason why we volunteer there. And those two pictures are a dump. That's what we were talking about. We have break down the playground structure for two pieces. It's so messy, and it's kind of hard to build up. I mean, even for a job to build up, we feel it's a miracle because the people who painted without we can find pattern to the paintings, but the paintings is just water. We're trying to find the same color, but they are not the same piece together. It's hard to put together. And there's that dog. You can also see the truck all over the ground. And there's a little house they were staying in. I mean, even that little house over there is it's kind of close to them because it's just good for the like the shade to stay in, like with rain and yeah, just leave this all at the wind.
So how do we prepare? So we prepare by meeting continuously. So every Sunday after church, we would go over to the chaplain's house, and we would have meetings. We would prepare. We would learn about what we're going to be doing in Mexico. We prepare ourselves to our hearts, and we would prepare our hearts to get ready to experience what we're going to experience. We make continuously prepared. We plan out an agenda. So whenever you guys want to do something like a mission or anything in general, you have to plan an agenda, and we just pretty much had an itinerary what we're going to be doing throughout the week. The second picture right here, we were packing clothes that we were going to give out to the dump, and like I said, we were preparing our heart.
So what do we do? The first one is we try to build up the playground structure at the dome after we take it down from the orphanage. Second picture is minimal. We pass out those at the downside to people who ever need it. And that's at the House of Grace, which is
So that's a ranch. We were
famous people.
so there, that's where people go to rehabilitate. So people were on drugs and just living a lifestyle that they wanted to change, so they went to a rehabilitation center. And that picture is just us having some fun, playing some soccer, and getting to build relationships with people there, and getting to just spread love and love on them as they are rehabilitating.
And those two pictures are the last night we have the Thanksgiving dinner with the people. We serve like 300 people. We have fun, we worship, we dance, eat, and play around. And this picture is the downside. People are burning the metals to get money for their living supplies. And the metal, I mean the smoke, you see it's all dark. It's chemical, steady, and costs money, different kinds of cancers.
So yeah, I just want to go over these two pictures. So on Thanksgiving, we throw a really big party, and you'll see here with the kids. Pretty much a kid would all find like a teenager and would just want to play with them and dance with them all night long. And it's just really cool to be able to build relationships and to be there for the orphans that don't really have a figure in their life like that.
And this picture is we will meet at the Pastor Carlos' house every single night. The pastor calls, give up his home for everybody. Some people stay in his house. I think that's pretty amazing. And we will have meet every single night, a big meeting. We'll talk about what we do tonight, and we'll share about like the testimonies. And we'll also talk about what we're doing tomorrow. Everything we're doing that's in
And so that's the picture of the playground that we ended up finishing. So it was just by God's grace that we finished it, because we really just had a picture, and we were just trying to copy that, and it was just nobody thought we'd be able to finish it, but we ended up finishing early before it went dark, so it was really cool.
So what are some challenges that we face? First one is the language barrier. Since I don't even speak that good English, I speak Spanish. It's kind of hard to communicate, but by the grace of God, we communicate miraculously. That's kind of a miracle to me. And by hand signals, or just by we're all funny, we're all family to each other, we just connect heart to heart with some barriers. And also second one would be the food poisoning. But since the food in Mexico is not that good, and our stomach don't have that much defense, since our food quality is high, so almost everybody got sick. It's hard. And border patrol. So when we pass the border, I come back. It's if you go feel like it's like one border, stays like two different worlds. When we pass the border, you will see the guard was fully armed, and since we have a huge group, so they have 4 vans with 15 people and another truck with a trailer, which is trailer with 70 people's luggage. So when we pass the border, the truck has to go through an X-ray machine to check whether we didn't have anything illegal back inside the trailer. It's kind of scary. You see people with fully armed with automatic weapons. And so the people in the van just start praying for us, but just when they start praying and finish, we call them, say, okay, we're part of safety, nothing bad happens, but it goes God.
And adapting to change. So while we were in Mexico, a lot of things changed. There's things that came up, so we had to adapt to things quickly. So just adapting to change was one of the challenges we faced. So how did our mission help T1? So we shared the message of hope, like I was saying, that our church spread, and it's really cool that we were able to do something like that because they were living those conditions. It may be hard for them to realize that there is something better than their living conditions, and to be able to spread a message of hope that wasn't just merely about what genuinely like people in America will teach is more like materialism or things like that. We are spreading this a hope that doesn't really count on things of this life, but like in heaven when you die. So we also serve families with homes. So we serve families with homes. We were able to partner with Caravan Ministries, and we were able to build families' homes, and it's just really awesome to see their gratefulness and how it brought joy, and also brought joy to orphans. So we were building relationships with them, and just to see their faces every time they saw us was really cool, and they just want to hug us, and it really just brought us joy to see that they had joy from seeing us. We just enjoyed fellowship with one another through relationships built. Not only did we build relationships with the people in Mexico, but we also built relationships with one another, and we were able to get out of our comfort zones with one another and just really dive into relationships more.
How did serving in Mexico change us? So first of all, we see a lot of people with nothing. So it taught us how to be more grateful with everything we have that God gave to us. So even food, home, clothing, families. We saw people with short of food, we get sick. So we were just more grateful about what is there of food. I mean, we shouldn't eat that much. I mean, fat was like a problem in the US, but many countries in the world, people are suffering. I mean, they're starving. So it also teaches us to don't be that much be selfless. We also want to help our brothers and sisters in the world who are suffering. And also homes, like people are building homes with cardboard, and my parents are planning buy a nice house by the beach. It's also just hurt my heart. Why do we deserve that? What makes us to deserve all the good life in the world? And all the clothing, families, the people, the orphans and orphanage, their parents left them. And I always get mad at my parents, okay, what my friends have that and I don't have it. What can I have? But my parents give me too much, so much that I don't deserve. I don't deserve that. And just inspires to be support missionaries of our world, because I think missionaries are changing the world. They are bringing more hope, more living supplies. They are just bringing good stuff to the people, whoever they're matter. And also just help experience the difficult people's culture. Mexico was a different country, and I'm from China, so I experienced 3 different countries already. I can see a difference, and that comparison, I see some good parts and bad parts. So I think that can help me, if I go to mission in the future, I think I can help me, okay, how can I change to my action, my reaction.
So what was my favorite part of the trip? My favorite part of the trip was just seeing all the kids in Mexico. They're orphans, their parents just left them, and even some of the kids, their parents weren't really taking care of them that lived on the dump, and that they were just so full of joy. It really made me realize that joy isn't in the stuff that we usually count on today, materialism or popularity or any of this stuff. It's just it's found in the hope that I was talking about in Jesus Christ, and it is evidence that they had that.
And that's my favorite part was spending time in the orphanage. We are seeing people without parents. They are so rich, they are so joyful with everything they have, even they have feel, way more feel than us. And I think, so I started thinking about myself, so what can I learn from them? What can I learn from them? So I think I learned from just be not selfless, just be grateful to everything I have. And expect them to